spider plant does whatever a spider plant does. Spider plants! I love this plant. It is the easiest thing to take care of, and that makes me so happy. So I've got a few tips to help you take care of your spider plant. 1. Watering. You want to make sure you don't overwater this plant. In between waterings, you want to let it dry out. Not completely, because a completely dry plant is a dead plant, but you want to make sure that the top of the soil is dry. That's a kind of good way to check to see if it's dry enough. 2. If your leaves are brown or black, it's probably because you're overwatering it. So stop that and let it dry out, and it should recover. In the meantime, you can cut off the dead bits just to help give the plant a bit more life, so it's not fighting against some dead bits and some alive bits, and it's just focusing all of its energy on making spiderettes. 3. If your leaves are still black or brown after letting it dry out, or if they've always been black or brown and you do let it dry out in between watering, it might be because the water you're using has a lot of minerals in it, or it's too hard, or it's got a lot of fluoride. And it depends on the area that you live in. So use rainwater. That's the best thing for any plants, really, if you can get your hands on it. If you live in a flat, I don't expect you to hold a cup out of your window just trying to catch the rain. But that's always a good shout. 4. Are you pregnant? No, they are not pregnant. But they do have babies. A spider plant will send off a weird stick, and at first you'll be like, what is that? And then it'll have little tiny spider versions of this, little spiderettes, if you will, growing off of the stick. These are the plants sending out its babies, and you can propagate those and have a never-ending supply of spider plants. There's a few ways that you can take care of these. You can either keep them attached to the stick and then plant it into a little pot beside it, and then another one and another one and another one, and then you'll have a chain of spiders. Or you can cut it, then put it in some soil, and that will propagate it as well. This was a teeny tiny little spiderette baby that my friend gave me, and that was maybe 4 months ago, and it's already it absolutely exploded. It's so happy. 5. Light. It's pretty good in most light conditions. You don't want to have direct sunlight on it all the time because it can scorch the leaves, and that's sad. So instead of slathering it in sun cream every day, just put it somewhere with indirect but bright sunlight. It'll be really happy, it'll grow really well. Mine lives in my kitchen, it doesn't have any direct sunlight, and it's flourishing. 6. Repotting. Spider plants like being snug. They like being tucked up in their little pots and not having their roots go everywhere. So you can keep it in a pretty small pot. If it's happy in there, great, just leave it. If it starts to get huge and enormous, then you can repot it. I wouldn't move it if you don't have to. If it's happy, just leave it. And that's it. They're so easy to take care of. And they're really giving plants. If you love them and give them all the love and care that they want, then they will give back in return. You will end up with thousands of spider babies. That sounds horrible. Thank you.